Hello, hello. This is Malik back at it again. Um, so today's little episode, I guess, is what we're gonna call them, is not really an episode. What we're gonna do is talk about, uh, from the title of this video, is we're gonna talk about uh, what I want the channel to do going forward. So I put together a little schedule. We're going to talk about it and talk through some things as I finish working on this little sketch I did. Um, what was it? Sunday, one of those days. So, yeah, give me 1 second. So, made a little schedule right here. And if you can see that, here we go. It says, let me move it closer. So, Monday, we're going to do figures / no construction drawing. So I'm not saying that we're going to do no construction figure drawing together. The slash means that either or, right? So we've done the figure, we've done the no construction before. It was like my first couple videos. So either or, we're going to do either or for this on Monday. Then Tuesday be comics, which will be like the storyboarding, uh, color storyboarding, and making a complete page altogether and just getting better at that. Wednesday is going to be books. So all the books that I have, that means we're going to go through them. Either I'm going to read them before and we're going to do a quick little lesson about it and what I learned throughout. Thursdays off, I do have a very long Bible study on Thursdays. So they go very late in the night and I retired afterwards. Friday are faces and hands because it's something I need to get better at. So it'd be faces and or hands, depending. It might do faces and a hand, a face and a hand, or just a whole bunch of faces or a whole bunch of hands, depending on how I feel. And then Saturday and Sunday will be off. It doesn't matter if I haven't done video. These are um so those are going to change in like a month or so. I think that's why I was like, hey, give a month of doing that. Trying to give, since this is a woman form here, I'm trying to give long, curvy lines. Technically, this will all be in shadow. So I'm blocking off the shadow from the turning edge. So a lot of times the turning edge on the form will be where the pectoral ends, and then just draw a line down is like that's the turning edge of it. So all this side right here is technically going to be in shadow. It's hard to tell that because I have white lines running out through here from my construction lines, right? But it will look like that. But I'm gonna put that hip in because that is a nice hip. Now I am doing it on this side because I have the photo right here from the George Bridgman book on how to draw from life. I talked about earlier. Um, I could probably switch it over because I'm not going to use that anymore. So let me switch it over, and then we can have. There we go. That's a little bit more comfortable than when I was doing it. I feel like you don't have to see my hand as much. But I'm gonna try to do more women. I well, I was gonna say I like women, but I do like women. But not that's not what I was trying to say. Um, I think like comparatively, this I wouldn't do this to a woman. It's a lot shorter, choppier lines. I'm trying to do is more thin, elegant flowing lines here. That's saying there's not women who are, you know, you know choppy and flowy. I don't know. I'm just gonna stop talking for a little bit because I don't know what I was trying to say. I don't know. I might erase that. Yeah, I'm gonna erase that. I might just leave this all in darkness. I might not put anything here. I think it gives more elegance to it to not put anything there. Get this mystical. But yeah, I'm gonna switch it every month. So there's a couple things that I will keep. I don't know. I like how I had it before. Do that. Put that back and put that there. And then there you go. But there's a couple things I will keep, like the figures will stay. I might switch the day, but they're gonna stay where they're at. They're gonna stay on this list. The books will stay. They're gonna stay on Wednesday. Right? Because I just think it's just a good thing to keep going to back over again and see how much I've improved from the last time I've done them. So, what is it? The books, hands, comics. I'm just gonna say everything's gonna stay at this point because I'm like the comics will stay, and then the hands and the feet need to stay. And I'm still trying to figure that. I'm gonna figure them out. I think figures can go into in-depth anatomy most definitely, and then from in-depth anatomy I'll have like oh yeah, figures will stay in depth anatomy, can go into a depth anatomy, and then Hands and feet will stay. I mean, hands and faces will stay. And comics will stay. Yeah, give me a second. I realize I'm not talking that much. Yeah. Well, I said, comics will stay, faces and hands will stay for now. Books will stay. In depth anatomy, figure drawing might go into depth anatomy. Might change into that. And then, once I get done with books might change into something, and some will change into something else. Or I might get new books. Because once I finish with books, then that means I'm going to get new books. Kind of the purpose of doing the books is because I realized I had so many books that I barely use. And I might do a painting one because I like to be a painter. Let me do a painting one. I like that. I like using more black on the women, on my women. I think it makes them seem more elegant, right? Because I was gonna do lines here and up in there, and they're like right here. That's nice. I'm gonna keep that. Oh, and backgrounds. So I think comics a lot. I think comics might change into backgrounds. Hmm. If we're gonna do that, then I'd rather it follow. There you go. I need to follow the curve. But yeah, what I was saying, oh yeah, we might just do comics and change it into backgrounds because it's something I need to work on is my backgrounds and change. Right now I'm right. Change it right now. I meant like for later, for like next month. We're changing. Oh, before I leave and get off, thank you, Brain, for reminding me. Um, I wanted to thank you guys for the many views. I want to thank you guys for the subscribers. I meant to thank you guys for the last couple of videos when we hit 10, but every time I did it, I literally forgot to mention it until I was off, and I was like, I'm not gonna get back on just to mention it. So since this is an update, I'm gonna thank you guys right now before we're done with this thing. I know I didn't talk as much as I usually do, but I'm just trying to. I realized I was getting caught up in this and be like, oh my gosh, that's actually nice and that's not nice. And, but I do want to thank you guys. I have nothing planned for like a 10 subscriber event or whatever some YouTubers do. If y'all have anything y'all want to do or have me do, I'm perfectly fine doing that. If it's reasonable. It has to be reasonable. I'm not going to do just any crazy thing because you're like, oh my gosh, but we're subscribers. No, it's not going to happen here. I'm just trying to try a new thing. Trying to get that boom, boom rhythm, you know? Actually, yeah, because it'll come out here. But yeah, if y'all have anything that y'all want to do or have me do that is reasonable in the comments, I'm more than happy to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this one art thing or whatever. I'm pretty sure there's some art challenges is out there. So if y'all were like, we want to see to do this art challenge, I don't mind doing that. Like I said, if it's reasonable. So leave a comment, but what y'all want, and I'll get back to y'all. All right. So this is my final piece right here. And this is the piece I got it from. See, now I'm looking at this comparatively. I wonder if I feel like the crunch, or if you ever seen Vil, Glenn Vilpool, you would say it's the squash, right? I can feel the squash, but it just doesn't feel like her waist is tight like it is in this part. But that's fine. Something to work on. This is my first time actually ever doing a woman whatever. I think I did pretty good. I just see my style change. I got a new sketchbook. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do cool style, do cool stuff. So I was like, I think my style has improved a lot more to do cooler things comparatively to my last sketchbook. And I think that's what that's what we're looking for, right? We just want cooler things, yeah. But anyway, I will give it a good night, and thank you for your listening. Thank you for your subscribing. Thank you for your watching. Be safe and well. Bye. Oh, I don't know. Never mind. Be safe and well.